understand if we're in a bull market or a bear market. People don't understand. And my answer to that is Bitcoin has never, ever, ever, ever had a bear market. Never. And you're like, what? Of course it has. It's always had bear markets. No, actually, it hasn't. Its entire life, it's been in one giant bull run. It's been one giant bull run. You have one. This is wave one. This is wave two. This is wave three. This is wave four. This is wave five. That's wave one. So the first wave is completed. The first wave is in the entire life of Bitcoin. The first wave has been going on over 10 years. The first wave is complete. And the first wave is a bull run. That entire wave is one giant bull run. Now we're in wave two. What is wave two? That's where the real bear market is. Bitcoin has never experienced a bear market in its entire life. So I know that's a shock, but it's true. This whole thing right here is the entire life of Bitcoin. And what is it doing? It's going up. It's going up. The whole life of it is going up. So what does that mean? That means there's been no bear market. These little things right here, those are just little corrections. Those are just little bumps. Nothing. It means nothing. But now we've completed wave one. Right? So now what's next? Wave two. Now this is where the real bear market comes. We've never had a bear market until now. What is that going to be? That's going to be wave two. See, now it's starting to make more sense, right? And what next? Wave three. So this whole thing was wave one. Now we're going into wave two. And then probably in the next 4 years, maybe 5, we'll end wave two. And then after that, we have another 10, 15 years of bull run. Followed by another bear market, followed by one more bull market. And that would be the grand super cycle, right? Because look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every 5 waves equals 1, right? So if this whole thing turns out to be 5 waves, then what is that? That's going to be a grand super cycle, I suppose, right? That's going to be 1. That's going to be the big one. And then we go A, B, C, right? And then probably by 2050, we'll have the biggest bull run in Bitcoin's life. No, I don't know. No, but seriously, guys, is that going to happen? I have no clue. But one thing I do know is we do have 5 waves up. And typically, let me get everything off the screen so you can see it better. I mean, tell me where on this chart we've had a bear market. The whole thing has been triumphed over a bull market, right? So this is how I believe a chart should go, and that's how it always usually goes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's wave 1. We have 5 waves. Now we're going down into wave 2, right? Which means what? You need 5 waves. You need 5 waves. So this would be something like this. That would be the first wave, right? Let's say it's a WXY. That would be the first wave. Then the second wave would be something like this. Then the third and final wave would look something like this. And that would be an ABC or WXY. And then you can start working your way out of there, right? So what is that doing? Why is that there? Why did I draw it like that? Well, because we need an ABC, right? We just had 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now what do we need? We need A, B, C so that we can continue on the bull run. That doesn't mean the way I drew it is gonna go down like that. We could do something like this. Let me take this off. Check this out. Get back to the path. It could be something like this, where we come up a little bit higher. We take that high out, go up to 40, 50K, right? Maybe come down a little bit more, and then come up here to 40, 50K, right? And then start working our way down like this, right? And that would be the ABC. And then we can start bottoming out and then going to the moon. So that's how I see it. So we could still get this rally right here. See, this is the monthly chart. Remember this. This is the macro chart. So that little tiny red candle, that's the month of August. Next month, coming up very soon, September. Yes, sir, September, my birthday month. Awesome time of year. It's going to be another green or red candle. Which is it going to be? If we start trading down below, that's okay, because we could. This is what I'm looking for. This move right here. If we can get that move, then the altcoins, that's their time to shine right in here. If we're going to get this devastation. And people don't want to believe in devastation. See, here's the problem. Everybody believes that this is the first cycle right here. They go, oh, Bitcoin's going to just keep doing this, right? Let me get everything off the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is what people believe. And like, I won't mention any names, but mostly everybody, they think, okay, here's the first cycle. Okay, that's the first cycle. Here's the second cycle. So whatever happened in the first and second cycle, that means it has to happen now. Bullshit. I say bullshit. That's not true at all. So it's just going to keep doing this forever? That doesn't even make sense. And what chart does that? That doesn't even make sense. It's look how many waves. That's not proportionate, right? What makes sense is having a constructive way up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which it exactly did, right? So here's wave 1. Now we need wave 2. And then we go into wave 3. So this whole thing has been wave 1. But they think, well, since we have these little cycles, that means it's going to keep doing that forever. No. That's where everybody's got it wrong. And I can prove it to you. Let's go to the smaller time frame. Let's say we look at the 4-hour chart. All right, let's see if we can find 5 waves. So let's say that's 5 waves right there. Does that mean that 5 waves is going to keep going? Like, there you go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your 5-wave move right there. So what happens after that? You go down. I mean, every 5-wave move is followed by an ABC or some type of correction. So that's the thing I'm trying to tell you. Like, here's a 5-wave move right here. Watch this. So there's wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? There's 5 waves. And what did it do? It went down a lot. But then look, it's coming up, and now what is it doing? It's coming back down. So think about that on the big super cycle that I showed you. And then think about this, what's coming up over the next 6-7 years before we start going back up. So that's That's what I'm trying to say. But everybody in Bitcoin, crypto, YouTube, and they cannot have that. They have to have it constantly going up because nobody's going to buy in, and then their bags don't pump, and then. But at the same time, doesn't matter what they say, because this chart is screaming, I need a correction. Look how much big waves you had. Look at this wave compared to that little tiny wave. Look at this monster wave compared to this little wave. Look at this monster wave compared to this wave. See how this wave is getting much more bigger and proportionate with this wave? That's how you know the top is coming. And the top is probably right in here. People go, well, the bull run's not over because this time we had a blow off top. This time we had a blow off top. This time we did not have a blow off top. We have a divergence. We had an ABC up there. And you say, well, why? Well, because that's the end of the fifth wave. Which means what? Which means we have to come down and correct. I'm not saying doom and gloom, and I'm not talking XRP either. I'm just talking about Bitcoin. I think there's going to be, during the whatever economic transition we go into, because we live in a fiat crypto system, we live in a fiat central banking system, and we're about to go to a gold crypto system. During that transition, you could have a stock market crash, you can have a crypto crash, but then what happens at the end? The phoenix will rise. And who's the phoenix? XRP. XRP will rise from the ashes. So, just because Bitcoin looks like it's going to die. Now, if I show you XRP, it doesn't even look anything like this. Like, look at this chart, and now watch, I'm going to show you XRP. I mean, all I see is one wave. I see one wave, that's it. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5. Okay, done. That's wave 1, that's our first wave. And then A, B, C, we could come a little bit lower, or we could flag out in here in this triangle, right? Whatever you want to call it. This whole thing right here is wave 2. So we had wave 1, here's wave 2. Now what's next? Wave 3. Wave 3. That's what's next. But if you look at Bitcoin, that's not what it looks like. Bitcoin looks like this. Let me make this. This is what Bitcoin looks like. Boom, 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 boom. That's what it looks like. So it already completed its move. So you have you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? It already completed its move. But here, we just have a 1, 2. We still need this. We still need that, just like at Bitcoin do. And you say, well, how does that happen if Bitcoin's going down and going forever? That's where the great decoupling comes in. That's where the great utility comes in, because this market is based off what? Speculation. And when we transition into the new system, what is it going to be based off of? Utility. And utility drives price. Right now, speculation is driving price. But what we want is utility to drive price. So, for example, like if you see GMC trading and GMC is going up one day, but then you see Ford or Ford Motors is going down another day, or vice versa, pick your poison, right? It doesn't matter. The point is, if they are diverging, that means they're trading independently of each other. A lot of times crypto is correlated. It's because it's in a speculative market. So what I'm trying to say is Bitcoin looks like it's pretty much toast. I still believe, like I said in the other part of the video, that I want to see something like this. It's either, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's A, and then we have 1, 2, 3, that's B, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what would that be? That would be an A, B, C. So this is where I disagree with Blockchain Backer. He says there's no possibility where you can come down to 12K or whatever. No, I'm not talking about 12K. I'm talking like maybe 7K or 6K, right? He's thinking that the 12Kers are, this is what he believes that the 12K narrative is suggesting, which is not even true. And he's right, it doesn't make sense, where you're coming like this. You're going to 12K and then you go to the moon. he says if that happens, and I agree with him, you're not going to go to the moon. You're going to have a long death. You're going to have a death spiral to the downside, right? So I think that death spiral is coming, but not in the way he's suggesting. What I'm saying is this whole thing is one wave, like I've been saying. So now we need wave 2. And wave 2 is an ABC. It's just going to be in a larger demographic. It's going to be a larger type of deal here. So we have A, B. This thing can still come up and make 3 waves. There's wave 1, wave 2. Now we're in wave 2, and then we're going to get wave 3. That's going to be B. And then Bitcoin's going to do what? It's going to get up here to 40, 50K before ultimately going down. And this whole thing would be a bear market, right? Because like I said in the beginning, Bitcoin has never been in a bear market. All Bitcoin is one giant bull run. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's wave 1. Where's the bear market? There is no bear market. But now we are in a bear market. Now this is the bear market. A, like I said, B, C. It's so simple. And then what comes after A, B, C? One, two, three, four, 5. 100K, 200K, $1 million. Pick your poison. There you go. So, yes, I believe we are now in a bear market. But remember, we have Bitcoin since. I'm just going to use this chart. I'm going to go right here. Bitcoin has been in a bull run, and I'm going to actually start in that right there, for about 3,500 days. That's a lot of years, right? That's about 10 years. Bitcoin has been in a bull run for a little over 10 years. And for the last, how long have we been in this correction? It's subjective if you put it from here, but I'll be conservative and say here. It's been about 840 days, give or take. So how long we have still? Probably about 2,000 days. Another 2,000. So this bear market is not even halfway done. People think, oh my God, this bear market is taking forever. It's taking forever. Well, if this chart turns out to be true, and I don't know if it is, I mean, Bitcoin can continue to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up, cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle. But I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into it, like the dollar dying and things like that. If the dollar dies, and of course this thing can go up valued in dollars, but I think something we can't see is happening. So, just looking at this chart, I believe we can have more juice in the tank. But just look at the stock market, for example. And just look at Joe Biden. And look at the recession and the economic problems. I think we have to have some type of cataclysmic event. And that could be where this comes into play. This is the Great Reset, right? This was people awake, and this is people asleep. I'm sorry. This is people asleep, and now people are awake. And people are waking up of the central banking system, right? So up is the direction. But first, I think we're in some large B wave, right? It's basically what I'm trying to say is this right here is just a bigger version of this right here. I'll give you an example. Let me take everything off the screen and I'll wrap this up. So there's your 5-wave move right there. This is this first cycle. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your 1 wave right there. And then here's A, B, and C. And look how long C is. We're still in B. C is the longest wave. So A, B, and C. And this whole thing is wave 1. This whole thing is wave 2 right here. Before what? It went sideways for another year before what? Then going up onto wave 3. So here's wave 3, right? And look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what happened? A, B, C. Wait, another A, B, C right here. And then what happened after that? Wait, another 5 waves to the upside. Right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what do we see here? That was 1. This was 2. This was 3. This was 4. And this was 5. And what happens after 5? An A, B, C. But what's happening now? It's going to be on a much grand scale. A, B, C, up. That's what I believe is most likely to happen, right? It doesn't have to take that long, but it really depends. So the final thing I would say is, what happens in this B wave? Is this some type of move where we get like this before dumping down, right? Or is it just going down now? That's what we don't know. If we go down now, we can get it over with and get out of here, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. I think if that does happen, we would still have this and then this. And then what that would be is that would just be a larger ABC, right? That would be a larger ABC. That would be ABC 1, ABC 2, ABC 3. And that whole thing is one giant ABC. So this thing could get big, people. And this is what people should be telling you but are not telling you. This is the facts. This is reality, right? Even the biggest bear market people on the internet would have you believe that, yeah, we're going to go down to 6K or 5K, whatever, 4K, and we're going to make a low, and then we're going to go on a giant bull run. That's the biggest bear out there. What I'm saying is, yeah, that could happen, but what's likely to happen is we're in some type of A, B, C, right? Which means what? Which means we're going to go down, right, to what? 6K, right? 5K, 8K, around there. Depends, really depends. And then the bear market people are go, okay, now we're going to go on a bull market. But what happens is we just go up and retrace maybe 50, 60K before ultimately heading down below 3K or whatever, right? Hopefully staying above 3K, staying above this low right here. Hopefully we stay above that. So it's anybody's guess, but this is not financial advice. I could be totally wrong, but you've seen the facts in the charts, and it's pretty clear that what I'm really trying to emphasize is not about what's going to happen in the future, but what already happened in the past. And what happened in the past was one giant bull run. There's been no bear market. These little things are just corrections, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we need an ABC before we go up higher. So this is what I'm trying to suggest. This whole thing suggests this is what we're going to do next. It doesn't mean we have to do that. It just, history tells us that that's always what happens. Just go to Google, type in Elliott wave, you will see 5 waves up, 3 waves down. That's how it goes. Nothing goes up in a straight line, right? Remember that's one personal belief. Nothing goes up in a straight line, right? So if but it is. This is going up in a straight line. There's your straight line right there. Now we need to go down, right? Because why? Nothing goes up in a straight line. So you tell me what's going to happen.